Some kids are a product of their environment. I chose to be a product of my experiences. It allowed me to get closer to my dream. So now today, this is why I give my time and my efforts to the youth of America. If you can take your talents and find outlets like this, I think it produces incredible young men and women. This is the place where great lives start.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us today for Team 11's presentation on management information systems and performance management systems in a nonprofit organization. As you may have noticed, the organization that we chose to study was the Boys and Girls Club of America. This club has been impacting the lives of children across America for over 100 years, and it couldn't do so today without a management information system. Much of what nonprofit organizations track is information. Unlike our for-profit counterparts, the value in a nonprofit organization is based on societal outcomes. And for that reason, tracking information is imperative. It drives fundraising. It drives analytics on what programs work and what programs don't, and ultimately drive outcomes. So as we take you through the company and discuss the strategic business analysis and the critical success factors and opportunities and lessons learned, we truly hope that you'll get as much out of it as we did. Seeing the impact of technology on human lives is overwhelming, and seeing what this has done for the Boys and Girls Club of America has made a big impact on all of us that studied it. Thank you.
The goal of any social organization is to add value, and that value comes through societal outcomes. The mission statement of the Boys and Girls Club of America is set forth to meet those societal outcomes, and the critical success factors are there to help guide each organization as they meet those goals. As part of that guide and part of that mission, it's important to track information. Every individual Boys and Girls Club across America is required to collect data about their registered members' participation, attendance, and demographics. The Boys and Girls Club chose a management information system and a performance management system for two reasons. One was the need to interface with the National Boys and Girls Club of America. At one time, data was entered manually at the local and regional level. In some cases, the regional level would have to compile data from different sources to roll up to the national level. This manual entry led to errors, and errors created outcome variances. In some cases, outcomes were overstated, and in some cases, they were understated. In both cases, validity of data came into question, which caused mistrust. And trust in social organizations is paramount to their continued viability and success. The management system works across the enterprise, from the local level at the Boys and Girls Club to the summer programs and the youth directors, and finally back to the Boys and Girls Club of America, where it's evaluated and can be utilized for grants and for future planning.
So I'd like Tanya Shepard. I'm the financial manager with the Boys and Girls Club of Weaver Davis, and Heather Miley has asked me to explain a little bit about how we use our kid track systems and how that helps us bring things into our grants. So just looking at one of our clubs, with the kid track system, we input all of our data that we have for the kids, for the members that we have in our clubs. That would include all of our accounts, all of the attendance. It includes the scores of the kids from the first of the year to the end of the year. And all of that information is put into the database where we can pull out all of the different reports and get the information for our kids and for the grants that we use. Now, we receive a lot of grants for the government. We need to show the data to the government to prove that the grants are working. But we also use that information to write for the grants that we need to have to keep our clubs going. So if we go in and do a report for attendance, I can go in to our system here and I can select the organization, and then I can select a data range and generate a report that will tell me what we're looking for and what attendance we have. Because if we tell the state or the federal government that we are serving 60 to 90 kids a day, we need to be able to back that up and show that we are serving 60 to 90 kids a day. This report is used for probably up to 15 grants that we currently have, as well as the 7 or 8 grants that we have just written for, that we have sent out to tell them that this is what we're doing right now and this is what we plan to do. But we always have to have the data here to back it up. So it's very, very important for us to have that data to be able to receive that money to continue our services.
The system tracks data in 3 key areas. One is the participation management area, where you can report on participants and their program participation and utilize survey results. The other area is case management. You can complete a care plan here and easily track the records and report progress over time. Finally, the outcome measurement toolkit. This really helps with program goals, metrics for success, and tracking progress toward desired outcomes. There are many competitors in the nonprofit management system marketplace, though through an analysis we did find that InFocus had the most capabilities through site management, grants, financials, tracking enrollment and attendance, case management, surveys, reporting, the ability of adding additional functionalities and data integration. As you can see, InFocus was the most capable system. Through our interview process, we realized that data stewardship was a key performance area that the Boys and Girls Club was focused on. This was an early lesson learned through a program that was not piloted. So 2 lessons from that were to be a good steward of data and to pilot the program first. Another key area was utilizing a checklist. There are just so many moving parts and so much that can go wrong. The most important piece is to utilize best practices in the industry and create a checklist and make sure that you cover every aspect.
The Boys and Girls Club is instrumental in creating great citizens, people who know how to interact well with others, kids who believe in themselves, kids who know that they're capable of greatness.
You know, I love the club. It's the reason I'm here. It's taught me so many lessons, and I can talk about it in a positive way, in an honest way, for the rest of my life.
One of the great experiences of my life, the years growing up from 1947 until I left home in 1959, I was a member of the Boys Club and I loved it.
I would not be sitting here as the person who I am today with the character that I have if it was not for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. This is truly the best gift I was ever given.
When you're with the Boys and Girls Club, you have constructive things to do, fun things to do. You meet with one another. There's no fighting. There's a lot of love, a lot of harmony, and you automatically are shown and taught because of that camaraderie how to get along with people.
It's never something that's going to get old, you know, kind of nurturing children or helping them dream or giving them self-esteem or giving them a sense of community. It's something that we're always going to need. It's just as important now as ever.
It's a great collection of people here today, and I'm very happy that Ron volunteered and that Jennifer's here. But we have a great group of people from all walks of life who all share the Boys and Girls Club in common.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was an amazing idea, and he's like, you know, we'll send a letter and we'll write it from me and Denzel to kind of pull everybody together as the chair people to make this great PSA and show people how effective the clubs are and how so many successful people that they actually know came through a Boys and Girls Club at one time in their life.
Oh my gosh, it was so amazing when I got the invitation. I'm like, this is gonna be incredible. Just to get so many people involved, and we're all giving back to an amazing cause, you know. So when J-Lo and Denzel reached out to get, you know, all the alumni to be a part of this amazing movement, I said, wow, I'm there. No question, I'll be there.
They came up with just a simple understanding that children walk in and adults are made.
Look, I think everybody wanted to be a part of it because they look at the Boys and Girls Clubs, but also it is a kind of a, you know, a celebration of achievement and a kind of a recognition that remarkable, unexpected gains can be made by people some folks might not have bet on.
It's such a wonderful opportunity. And when you look at how star-studded this PSA is, you get it. We all know, every person in this PSA, that the Boys and Girls Club is a big part of who we are.
Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
Future recommendations include further training and follow-through. KidTrax did not offer 24/7 customer phone service, and over the years, there's a need for more training and more continuity. We suggest a Train the Trainer program and an annual training and assessment for all users. This would ensure continuity for all that are using the system. Another recommendation is to utilize the system throughout the rest of the county and the region. The licensing fees can vary on different management information systems, and sometimes there's a fee by site and sometimes there's a fee by user. By assessing these fees prior to implementation and budgeting, you could plan for other regional users. But capitalizing throughout the region would create more continuity in the region as well.